I say actual Laker fans, I mean people in LA. Fans around the world probably love LeBron, but look at what people wrote to the LA Times. This is legit hate. I, for one, will gladly pay for LeBron's plane fare back to Cleveland. In my opinion, he was never a true Laker. So LeBron, do all of us true Laker fans a favor and go home to Cleveland. Wow.
NBA offseason might not be over just yet, as a new LeBron trade rumor just breathed life into the possibility of him and Steph Curry teaming up in Golden State.
Breaking news, the NBA world just exploded. The unthinkable might actually happen. LeBron James teaming up with Steph Curry in Golden State. Reports say LeBron's relationship with the Lakers is falling apart, and now the Warriors have been secretly chasing him for over a year and a half. This isn't gossip. Even Charles Barkley and Stephen A. Smith are saying it. LeBron's time in LA might be done. And just when you think it couldn't get crazier, it does. The Warriors are reportedly ready to sacrifice Draymond Green to pull off this blockbuster move. Behind the scenes, Rich Paul is said to be blocking trades, tensions boiling, and even Gilbert Arenas is claiming LeBron's crossed the line. This isn't your average rumor. This is a full-blown NBA earthquake that could end an era and start something wild. A basketball apocalypse. Here's where it gets insane. Multiple reports claim the Golden State Warriors have been chasing LeBron for months, plotting, calling, negotiating, and according to NBA insider Jake Fisher, they've tried to land him more than once in the last 18 months. But now, the drama's personal. Sources say Rich Paul told Warriors owner Joe Lacob and GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. that LeBron wanted to stay in LA.
I don't really pay attention to that stuff, so there's a lot of stuff going around that I don't pay attention to. So.
But that was before the Lakers started disrespecting him. It all goes back to the 2024 trade deadline, when Warriors owner Joe Lacob reportedly contacted Lakers owner Jeannie Buss to discuss a possible move. And that's when the power struggle began. Things are heating up fast. And if this deal ever goes through, the entire NBA will never be the same again. Think about how wild this is. NBA team owners secretly calling each other to trade LeBron James, the king himself. But here's the nuclear bomb that's about to blow this whole situation wide open. The Lakers have quietly shifted their entire strategy. Insiders say they're now focused on younger stars and the future, which basically means LeBron's become expendable in their eyes.
LeBron's turning 41 and doesn't seem happy about his team. That's going to disrupt team chemistry. So LeBron is going to disrupt team chemistry, and so the Lakers are going to have a huge drop-off.
That's right. The franchise he saved might be ready to move on without him. And guess who's leading the charge with the harshest words? Charles Barkley. He's been tearing into the Lakers and the Warriors, saying neither team's a real contender this season. Barkley's calling for LeBron to face reality, claiming his dominance days are fading fast. But the real explosion? Stephen A. Smith. His feud with LeBron has reached nuclear levels. Stephen A's been on live TV blasting LeBron, questioning his leadership, his loyalty, even his attitude, and Barkley doubled down, accusing LeBron of being a bully in this whole back and forth with Stephen A. Smith.
Like what happened in the World Cup. No, that's LeBron and one of my favorites.
Olympic teammates won a gold. Two of the greatest to ever play the game. Draymond Green, hoping to come back soon.
When two of the loudest voices in sports media turn against you, you know the tide's changing. Even NBA legends are starting to question the King's grip on the throne. Now let's talk about the Warriors angle, because this is where the story goes absolutely off the rails. LeBron's close friends with Steph Curry and Draymond Green. They've played together on Team USA, laughed together, shared moments. But for this trade to happen, Draymond Green has to be sacrificed. The Warriors front office knows they can't afford both Draymond's massive deal and LeBron's Supermax contract. Someone's gotta go, and all signs point straight at Draymond. Imagine the betrayal he must feel right now. A franchise icon, traded to make room for the king. And here's the real twist. LeBron holds a no-trade clause, meaning no one can move him unless he personally tells Jeannie Buss he wants out. The power moves behind this story are insane, and the NBA has never seen drama like this before. At this point, it's not even a debate. LeBron James holds all the cards. Those last 2 roster spots everyone's arguing about, they don't even matter compared to what's really happening. LeBron's got the power to flip the league upside down whenever he wants. If he feels even slightly disrespected by the Lakers, and trust me, every sign says he does, he could drop the hammer tonight and demand a trade. One phone call from him could change the entire NBA landscape. And Gilbert Arenas, man, he's been going off about this whole thing. He's calling LeBron out directly. No filter, no hesitation. Arenas says LeBron's way of handling drama, control, and power plays has gone too far. He's basically warning everyone that if LeBron doesn't retire soon, he'll keep shaking up the league for a few more years, and not everyone's ready for that. But here's where it gets explosive. The timing couldn't be more dangerous. LeBron's turning 40, his legacy's on the line, and this might be his final chance to grab another ring. The Lakers, meanwhile, are focused on their rebuild, clearly ready to move past the LeBron era. On the other side, the Warriors are desperate for one last championship before Steph Curry hangs it up. Both sides need something big, and LeBron could be the key. According to reports, ESPN already confirmed the Warriors tried to trade for LeBron back in 2024, and now, with tension rising in LA, the door might be wide open again. Sources say the Warriors have called the Lakers multiple times about a potential LeBron trade, and here's the crazy part. They're not giving up. This isn't just curiosity anymore. This is full-on obsession. And Charles Barkley, he's not holding back either. He's saying straight up that LeBron's time in Los Angeles is over, that he needs to face reality and move on. Coming from Barkley, a guy who's never been afraid to speak the truth, that's a brutal hit to the Kings' pride. The stage is set for absolute chaos, and LeBron might just light the match himself.
Hate the Lakers. It's always somebody else's fault. Remember 3 years ago, it was Russell Westbrook's fault. Then it was Frank Vogel's fault. Then it was D'Angelo Russell's fault. Then it was Darvin Ham's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. LeBron is one of the all-time greats. AD is a hell of a player. That's it. The rest of the guys are just guys. Every team got those guys. And it bothers me. Listen, you don't always blame other people for your short.
2 straight weeks. That's how long the sports world's been buzzing about this drama between LeBron and Stephen A. Smith. Despite their feud hitting nuclear levels, even Stephen A. himself is now openly questioning whether LeBron can still win another championship with this Lakers roster. The writing's on the wall and everyone sees it. But here's where it gets absolutely explosive. The Warriors are reportedly ready to sacrifice Draymond Green to make this LeBron deal happen. Let that sink in. Draymond's been the emotional leader, the defensive anchor, the guy who bleeds Golden State blue and gold, and they're ready to toss him aside for an aging LeBron James. That's not just bold, that's ruthless. It shows the Warriors aren't thinking about loyalty anymore. They're thinking about legacy, and they believe LeBron might be the final piece to another title run. Now here's the shocking twist. The Lakers might actually be ready to let LeBron go. Reports say they're done living in his shadow and are building around young, hungry talent instead. His massive contract is blocking roster moves, and the front office wants flexibility for the future.
He is one of the most universally beloved and hilarious, successful, awesome sportscasters in history. All that is true. What's also true is he, like a lot of others, has a real blind spot, if you even want to call it that, when it comes to LeBron, and in Chuck's case, more specifically, when it comes to the Lakers.
Even Charles Barkley has had enough. He's blasting the endless LeBron versus Jordan debate and calling out analysts like Stephen A. Smith for keeping the drama alive. Barkley's message is clear. It's time to move on. But the biggest nuke in all of this, what if LeBron flips the table and forces his way out? Imagine him walking into Jeannie Buss's office and saying, "Trade me, or this season's gonna be chaos." With that no-trade clause, LeBron holds all the cards. The Lakers can't move him unless he gives the green light, and that makes him the most dangerous man in the league right now. And to make things even crazier, we're closing in on the trade deadline. LeBron's frustrated, The Warriors are desperate, and even heavyweights like Barkley and Stephen A are saying it's over for him in LA. Meanwhile, Gilbert Arenas is out here tearing him apart, questioning if LeBron's still the leader he once was. When former stars start turning their backs on you, that's when you know the crown's starting to slip.
That's the reason I get pissed. Hey, the Lakers are doing great. I don't mind being wrong. The Warriors are doing great. But Oklahoma City and the Cavs been balling for 6 months. Y'all talking about teams that had two great weeks.
Here's what makes this whole situation feel inevitable. The Warriors have been chasing LeBron James for 18 straight months. This isn't some random last-minute idea. It's a calculated master plan to pair LeBron with Steph Curry for one final, all-or-nothing championship run. They've been quietly setting the stage for the biggest move of the decade. And the craziest part? To make it happen, they're willing to sacrifice Draymond Green, the emotional backbone of the Warriors, the guy who's gone to battle beside Steph for over a decade. Imagine that betrayal. Draymond, the heart of Golden State, being pushed aside so they can hand LeBron the keys. That's not just business, that's cold-blooded basketball politics. Meanwhile, the Lakers seem done with the drama. They're all in on their rebuild, focused on developing younger stars and clearing out the LeBron-sized spotlight that's been hanging over the team for years. They want to start fresh, no media circus, no power struggles, just basketball. But this is where things get nuclear. The Warriors have reportedly reached out to the Lakers multiple times in the past year and a half, and insiders say they're getting more desperate by the day.
Tell you this, if he retires at the end of this year, there's going to be a lot of who lose a lot of money. Because there's no more LeBron James to talk bad about, and you won't be in the algorithm. You better hope he plays for the next 5 to 7 so you can feed your kids. Because when he's gone, them checks is gone.
That's a fact.
Because y'all don't have another enemy right now. You get to say, I don't like LeBron James, get 1 million views. Money, he retires right now. What you gonna say? I don't like Wemby.
But at the same time,
I don't like Tatum. Like that ain't it right now. There's no bad guy right now for you to eat. So y'all hope he stays around a couple more years.
This isn't interest. This is obsession. The Warriors know their dynasty clock is ticking. Steph Curry's 36, Klay Thompson's gone, and that once golden empire is starting to fade. But pair LeBron and Steph, that's not just another team up. That's the most explosive duo in NBA history waiting to happen. And here's the part ESPN doesn't want to admit. LeBron's recent performances have raised eyebrows. His inconsistency and the Lakers' weak defense have people questioning if they'll even make the playoffs this year. So now the pressure's on. Both sides need a miracle. And this trade might be the only way to save 2 legacies at once. The fuse has been lit, and when it blows, the entire NBA is gonna feel it. The king is watching his entire kingdom crumble right before his eyes, and the most shocking revelation just dropped. Insiders are confirming that LeBron has a no-trade clause in his contract. That means, unless he personally walks into Jeannie Buss's office and says, I want out, the conversation doesn't even start.
You were mic'd up tonight. At one point I heard you say, this is 40. Yeah. Just what impresses even you about what 40 has looked like for you?
I have no idea how I'm still doing this, Lisa. Man, Bubs gave me some great gifts. I'm trying to take full advantage of it. I put all the work, all the dedication into the game, and it's given me so much. So, but I have no idea how I'm still doing this at this level.
LeBron holds every single card in this power game. If he's truly fed up with the Lakers' direction, and by the looks of it, he is, he could flip the entire NBA upside down tomorrow. And the timing, absolutely perfect for chaos. The trade deadline's closing in, the Lakers are struggling to survive in a brutal Western Conference, and LeBron's frustration is boiling higher than it's been since his final Cleveland days. You can see it on his face, the eye rolls, the body language. He's tired of carrying a team that's lost its identity. But here's the bombshell nobody's talking about. The Lakers already have a plan for life after LeBron. Sources say they're eyeing young talent like Kuminga and Podziemski, using them as pieces to kickstart a new era of Lakers basketball.
He was one of those players, smart. So smart that he plays to his strengths, never his weaknesses. That's what LeBron mastered. I'm just gonna stick with what I'm great at. I'm gonna perfect it. I'm gonna get smarter, wiser. If y'all think he's fast now, what you think what was coming down the lane then?
Right. I tell people that all the time. You saw the worst of it more than I did, but I tell, like, even the rooks, they be looking in awe, like, damn, like, you see that? I'll be like, did I see that? Man, that was nothing to what he used to do.
And you can just see it like, yeah, if we're going to get him, we got to get him now, because the smarter he gets, the stronger he gets. We ain't going to get past him in the playoffs, man.
They're ready to stack draft picks, rebuild, and move on, treating LeBron like a depreciating asset. That's cold. Meanwhile, in Golden State, the pressure's just as heavy. Draymond Green is reportedly panicking behind the scenes. People close to him say he knows what's coming. If LeBron joins the Warriors, Draymond's the one getting pushed out. Imagine the betrayal. 4 championships, years of loyalty, and now your team's ready to trade you for the very guy you've battled for a decade. That's pure NBA heartbreak. And then there's Rich Paul, the ultimate gatekeeper. For months, he's been the wall stopping this trade from happening. But what happens if LeBron himself gives the green light? What happens if the king looks at his agent and says, make the call? That's when all bets are off. Because if that happens, if LeBron decides he's had enough of the Lakers' disrespect, this trade won't just shake the league, it'll detonate it. The most explosive evidence yet suggests it's not a matter of if anymore, it's a matter of when. Make sure you subscribe, because when this bomb finally drops, you're gonna wanna say you heard it here first. Behind closed doors, during a clandestine 24-hour window before the trade deadline, chaos nearly erupted across the NBA.
I was just about to make some trades last week, and I told them straight up, like, yo, that trade helped me. It'll help me right now in my career these last couple years and stuff, but I've always spoke to y'all from a place of what's best for this organization. I won't stop now. That's a bad trade.
Owner-to-owner conversations went down. Yes, you heard that right. The Golden State Warriors and the Los Angeles Lakers were in direct talks trying to pull off one of the most insane trades in league history. LeBron James himself was part of the conversation. This wasn't rumor mill chatter. This was happening at the highest level of power in basketball. And here's where things go nuclear. The Warriors were reportedly ready to gut their entire roster to make this happen. They were talking about throwing away their future, their young core, their picks, everything, for one last all-in championship run with LeBron James and Stephen Curry together on the same court. That's not a trade, that's basketball madness. Meanwhile, the Lakers' response? Silence. They stood pat, finishing 8th in the West and getting knocked out by Denver in the first round. And instead of building around LeBron for one final run, they're planning for tomorrow. They're basically telling him, we're done catering to you.
First one was disbelief. I'll never forget, maybe 10 games into the season, we all looking at each other like, hey, we can win a championship. The 2017 one was like KD's first year. With KD coming here, you know, like, we cannot lose.
It's the ultimate disrespect to a player who carried their franchise back to championship relevance. Now here's the devastating reality. While LeBron's stuck on a mediocre Lakers team going nowhere fast, he's watching young superstars like Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum take over the league. The fire that made him one of the greatest competitors ever is being wasted, and that frustration is starting to boil over. But here comes the nuclear option. What if LeBron doesn't just demand a trade? What if he demands a trade specifically to Golden State? Imagine him telling Jeannie Buss, "It's the Warriors or I'm making this season hell." That's not just leverage. That's a threat from the most powerful player the league's ever seen. The pressure on both franchises is absolutely crushing. The Warriors know this might be their last shot to add a megastar before their dynasty fades away. The Lakers know they risk losing the greatest player in their franchise's modern history for nothing if they don't act soon. And now looking back, Charles Barkley's brutal comments about both teams suddenly make sense. Maybe he saw this chaos coming before anyone else did. Between his scathing takes and Stephen A. Smith's ongoing war of words with LeBron, the stage is set for what could become the most explosive trade saga in NBA history. This story's far from over.
Rooting for him. And I really, really hope that he does well. Having said all of that, what about the Lakers? So you got somebody that delivered a championship for you. He's going inside of 3 years. You got another guy that takes you to the Western Conference Finals. He's going inside of 2 years. Well, what the hell is going to be the litmus test that judges the job and the quality of the job that J.J. Redick does? What if J.J. Redick develops all the young players? What if all of these guys, what if Austin Reeves gets better? What if D'Angelo Russell shows that he has a pulse on a back-to-back night? What about some of the other guys that are relatively young if you ended up really coaching them to get better? Is that going to be good enough? Or is Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka going to say, hey, you didn't get to the conference finals. You didn't get to the NBA finals. We need to find another coach. It's going to be an interesting question. It's going to be an interesting question. It's going to be interesting to see. And if J.J. Redick ends up getting a lot more latitude, well, why was he given more latitude than Darvin Ham? Why was he given more latitude than a guy that delivered a championship like Frank Vogel? These are the questions that are going to be asked.
And when it finally blows up, it's going to shake the entire league to its core. That might have been the final straw. The moment that pushes the king to finally force his way out of Los Angeles. At this point, it's bigger than basketball. It's about legacy. LeBron James refuses to let his legendary career fade away quietly in purple and gold. He wants to go out swinging, making history one last time, and teaming up with Steph Curry. That might be his final chance to shock the entire world and rewrite the ending to his story. So here it is. The most explosive trade rumor the NBA's ever seen is on the edge of becoming reality. LeBron feels flat out disrespected by the Lakers. The Warriors have been chasing him for 18 months, obsessed with making this dream pairing happen. And they're even willing to sacrifice Draymond Green to do it. Even heavyweights like Charles Barkley and Stephen A. Smith are saying it out loud. LeBron's time in LA is done. With retirement possibly looming and the window for another championship closing fast, the pressure has hit nuclear levels. Both franchises are cornered, one trying to save its future, the other trying to hold on to its dynasty, and the question isn't if anymore, it's when. When this bomb finally drops, it's going to shake the entire NBA to its core. So, what do you think? Is LeBron James about to shock the world and team up with Steph Curry? Is Draymond Green really about to be sacrificed for the king? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you think this trade is inevitable, and subscribe for more NBA drama and trade bombs that'll blow your mind.